So I seem to be getting a lot of questions about how I tinted my tail lights. So a quick video just to show everyone what I did. Not saying it's the right way, but it worked for me for about $8 per vehicle. So with any vinyl, tint film, anything, make sure the surface is prepped, cleaned. I've wiped this down, sprayed it down with an alcohol wipe, dried it off with a microfiber towel, and then preheated it some with my heat gun just to make sure everything's dried off and clean. So from here, what I have is a squeegee to apply it, a piece of film cut larger than I'm going to need, so I make sure I get full coverage, and a scalpel for trimming it down once I cover the individual lenses. So here's my technique. Do with it what you will. I'll try to get a decent video for you folks and try not to be in the way too much. So this is all cleaned off. I am going to reheat the light. Anytime you're working with vinyl and it's below freezing outside, nice to warm up the surface and to somewhat pre-warm your film. I'm going to start up under the large curve here and get the middle of that stuck in place, and then just smooth it out from there. So I'll peel the edge of my film here. Try to make sure this is where you guys can see. Not too worried about touching the edge because that's not going to stick to anything. And then I'm going to fold it over the top of my squeegee, making a nice edge that I can then just stick up underneath there to start with. Oh, dropped my squeegee. With that in place, I'm going to go ahead and just smooth it right on down, making sure I get good coverage on the lens. Then I'll pull it back down from the top, make sure it's jammed all the way up underneath of there. Smooth it out this way. And this is where it gets a little tricky because it's not perfectly flat, so I'm going to heat the film a little bit. Sometimes working with a slightly smaller piece of film can actually make this easier because you don't end up with quite so much bunching or stretching involved. Yep, I'm gonna have to heat that a little more and stretch it over. So with that stretched there, that's nice and smooth on that edge. And then just heating and smoothing my way up over the top. Almost easier to have an assistant to do the heating while you do the stretching. I may have overheated that, so we're going to let it come back to shape. Pull it out to the side to get the wrinkles out. Really just got to do stretch and pull, making sure you pull your wrinkles to the side, smooth it with the squeegee, and make sure you peel back and get it into that angle well. Keep going right up to the top. Heat it up a little bit and smooth it out some more. Push any bubbles to the side. Pick that up and smooth it back down. All right, and then it's just a matter of trimming the film right along the edge. You're gonna wanna go right along the edge of where the white light hits the black molding. That way, even if you do accidentally cut just a little bit into the plastic, it won't show. Although with a good sharp X-Acto knife or a scalpel, you can just follow the line right up. I've found over time it's easier to make this cut underneath first. Follow that line right out, take some time, be careful. And then come up. Same on the other side. Helps to have good lighting. I've got the garage door open even though it's 28 degrees out here. And I'm going to follow this line right down, giving enough pressure to go through the film, but not really enough to cut into the taillight itself. Very carefully coming around the corner. This is all about care and taking your time. So now if I hold that down, I can peel that right up. That didn't cut quite all the way through right there. Now it did. Still got to come down this side. I'm just going to peel that up, tear that off the side. And because I try not to put too much pressure on, sometimes it requires a second cut to get in there all the way. There's the bottom portion done. It likes to wrinkle right here at this corner, leave a little bit of a bubble. Once you've got it cut, you can heat it and push it down a little better. Come up around the corner. Film's getting a little too cold out here in the garage. Doesn't even want to cut, it's wanting to shatter at this temperature. Again, taking care not to go into the lens itself. Sorry if my hand's blocking the view here. peeling off the excess as I go. I can come up a little, cut this from the top. There is a bit of a natural line to the lens where the white lens meets the black trim. So it's a little better than, gives you a little bit of a guide. But that's pretty much it right there. I'll reheat it, smooth it out. And that's the quick version, not perfect, but unless someone's getting way too close to your car, they will never know it from afar. And I'll probably end up redoing this again on a warmer day just to clean up that, but that's my process. So I hope that answers any questions.